All right, this is video number 2 on this Troy-Bilt, I believe, mower. Let me check, make sure I'm saying this right. Maybe not. Let's see. I can't tell what this is. It is model number 11A23K75. Okay, this is a Murray, right there. So this is a Murray, and it's a 550E, and it's 140 cc's, 550E series Briggs engine, overhead valve. It's got the new front wheel assembly. I was gonna try to attach the pull rope, so I found me an eye hook that I can put that on, but then I noticed that these knobs are not installed properly on this handle. I want to take a minute to show you why. These are reversed, and so you can't even remove these because they're installed improperly. This is a shoulder bolt, and you can see it from this side. It has to go in that square or rectangle right there, this rectangle that this has to go in. So this screw needs to flip and be over here going into the little rectangle. And so both of these knobs have been installed backwards. So let's fix that first of all, because that's never gonna be right. So let's try and do that. Now, if this doesn't work, I've got to get some vice grips or something to grab this, so I can get this knob off and reverse it. So there you go. So that's gripping it pretty good. So I'll go ahead and get this off now. Sorry about that. About to come off. Now, see, now I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to put it over here where it belongs. And the square edges of the shoulder on this screw are going to allow you to tighten this. See, now it won't spin. So this is installed correctly. I'm going to go ahead and cinch this up. See, I don't have to use my vice grips anymore because this screw is installed properly. The shoulder bolt is in that rectangle. I've got to do the same thing on the other one. Let's go around and do that. We like to install things correctly and grip it. Now, let's start taking this guy off. And take him off. Okay. Now we install this screw on the correct side, which is here. Now this one doesn't have the adjustable height. There's only one position for this. Some of these handles, which I like, will go up, and then you choose a different hole to put it in. But this has just got one hole, so it is what it is. So let me tighten this one up for you. See, I don't need the vice grips anymore because this screw has been installed properly. The other thing funky about this handle is I'm missing one of the screws that holds the handle on at the bottom. So maybe I've got one around here, but this is actually firmer than most. I'm encouraged by that. So now I can bring my pull rope up, and the kill switch does work. The engine brake cable doesn't appear to be too rusted. It looks like it's working. Try and get this cable up, or I need to pull the spark plug off. Let me see if I can grab that with something. Let's see. I don't usually use needle nose pliers for this, but let's see if I can get it off using that. There we go. Okay, so this plug wire is safe and out of the way. Now I'm going to bring this up. I'm gonna pull it fast if I wanted to because it's not going to start. I'm going to go slow. So there's the compression I'm looking for, at least some. Who knows if it's enough? I don't know yet. Okay. Alright, I gotta remember my spark plug wire is not attached. And I wonder if I should go ahead and check the carburetor for leaks. The tank is nasty. The tank is pretty nasty, so I'm thinking about taking it off just to clean it out. So let's do that. I need my electric drill and a 5/16 bit. Not a bit, but a 5/16 socket. There we go. Let's see what's under here. One, two, three. All right, so I did, by the way, drain off the oil, and now it's at an acceptable level. It's not at 100% of the level, maybe at about 95%. Let me set these over here so I can find them again. That's the holds the vanity cover on. Let's see what kind of critters we got under here. Not too bad. Now we look over here. Oh, the rewinder's kind of messed up, guys. See, it was kind of bowed out. So that's got to be addressed. Oh, it's on. Check this kill switch. Make sure it's clearing. Yep, it's clearing really good. Oh man. See, here's a problem. You see this? Somebody's probably been in here and they did not attach the breather tube to the back of this plate. And you know what that means? That means this engine is constantly sucking in dirty air. Even though you have a decent filter, it's sucking in dirty air. And it's on the back side of the filter. So a lot of that's going to go in. You know, that's just the way it is. So really important to attach that breather back there. So let's begin to get this thing put together right. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the tank off at least. Stick another one on there and see if this thing will run. So I need to get my flathead pliers so I can move the hose clamp. I want to go ahead and take this tank off. There we go. Now I'm going to grab it with the pliers and wiggle the hose. See if I can get it off that carburetor. Wiggle until it comes off. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to tilt this back to see if any fuel drains out of the carb. Yes, it does. Looks pretty old. Look yellow. Let me check that again. A little paper towel here so we can catch some of that. It's not horrible, but it's probably all bad fuel. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off too. So I gotta get my outside screws, which is here and here. There's one underneath there, and then there's one on the face of the air filter base. So let's get these out. There's one. Where are you going? Where are you going? I see you over there. And now the other one on this side. Okay. Get that other screw there. One that took off on me. All right, and then the other two screws that have to come off is going to be in 9/32. That's on the inside. Here's your primer bulb. It's on the inside of this rectangle. It's at about 9 o'clock. And then the other little screw with the 9/32 is down here at about 5 o'clock. So it's 5 o'clock in relation to this bulb. This one is 9 o'clock over here. There's one, two. So we got our little plate off of there. Oh man, that's dirty up in that carburetor. Wow. Yeah, I think it's the right thing to do to get this off. Set these over with the others. So now I'm going to go ahead and wiggle and get this carburetor off of here and get the gas out of it and either install a new one, or not a new one, but at least a clean one. And see if this thing might run. Okay, it's still dripping fuel out. I mean, that is, let me show you, that is super filthy up in there. Up there in the throat, so you don't want that kind of dirt up there being sucked in by, let me show you what I'm talking about. See, I'm gonna take this little clean paper towel, and take this little clean paper towel and run it around right in there. And see, that's what's in there, and that's gonna go in and foul up things where you're trying to burn fuel and air. Instead, you're burning large quantities of dirt, and that can damage things for sure. So I'm gonna clean all that out. And I may actually use this carburetor if it's clean, but can't use it now. So I think that's enough for now. You can see where I'm going with this. I'm gonna clean that carburetor up, or else put one I've already cleaned on there. So stay tuned, and we're gonna stay at it on this mower.